Alright guys, welcome back to another tropical weather update today. Because we got some pretty insane news. So I want to really look at the Western Caribbean today, or Western Atlantic, for a potential major hurricane that we could be getting. So I want to go over like 312 hours, or actually like 264. So this is where we get like let me go a little bit earlier maybe. Yeah, so this is where we get the potential formation of Bertha or Cristobal right here in the Caribbean. And this is pretty major news, guys, because this becomes, according to this, like potentially a tropical depression in the next like 240 hours. So in the next couple of days. And then we see this cross Mexico. So this could be bringing some heavy winds to tropical storms to Mexico. But this is where really things could be getting really interesting, and it's not going to be good. So this system right here, which could be like I said, Bertha, if that system over here doesn't form, it could be Cristobal. So it really doesn't. There's a lot of possibilities of what it could be, but when it gets into the Gulf, this could really be forming into a hurricane. But looking at it, it does really go down to actually 988. So that's almost like that's probably a category in a hurricane. And like it still has some time to become stronger, and I think we could be seeing a category 2 landfall somewhere. We have those super heavy like winds and rains coming into Florida. But yesterday we were seeing the system move like much closer into Florida. With this one, I think we could be seeing either a landfall around Texas or somewhere between Florida, Alabama, like this area, even into North Louisiana. So I think really the best chance for landfall is going to be anywhere around here where this system could be moving. But I really still think that it's going to be heading for a Florida path. So kind of like this, it forms around here and then kind of moves this way. So that's really what I think we're going to be seeing with this system. I mean, looking at the major part, it does move onto the coast of Florida. So I think we're going to be seeing the system move somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico. And I really think we could be seeing our first hurricane to even major hurricane, because this season's already starting to be pretty crazy. And I wouldn't be surprised if like a category 2 to category 3 forms in this area. But then again, I don't want to get serious. This might only be a tropical storm. This might not even form. So really, we're going to have to see. But that one's a little bit far out right now. We have one much closer that a couple models are starting to indicate. So that's the one we're going to be looking at. So remember there's a tropical wave that formed around here. Okay. So that tropical wave actually moved all the way into the Caribbean where it is today. And actually, the European model shows this developing potentially as like a tropical depression, tropical storm, and moving through Florida and then developing further on the coast of Florida before moving out to sea. So this is pretty interesting because National Hurricane Center hasn't put anything out yet on this. So see, this is where really it could be forming as a like tropical depression, tropical storm in like 30 hours. So that's like tomorrow, So this tropical wave that formed all the way over here is now all the way up here, and we could be seeing this develop. But anyways, so this could be really interesting. If it does not develop, it could definitely be bringing some heavy rains. But if it does, for some reason, if it does develop, see, we do see this kind of like pass through Florida. GFS isn't really indicating for any development, but see, then when it's on Florida, we see it develop further. Potentially tropical storm, tropical depression, and then the European model, there we go, it indicates a pretty like major formation before kind of going out to sea. So this is pretty interesting. I do think National Hurricane Center is going to post like an invest, or I think potentially in the next like 30 hours, it's going to be putting like an area to watch in the next like 24 hours to 5 days for Florida. So I think they're going to do like what they usually do, the X, and then put an area of development like right here with their little arrow, loop, loop, loop. I think this is going to be like a 40 to 50% chance of development right now. That's what the Europeans is saying. Most models are showing the tropical waves moving into Florida, but none of them are showing any development. So I think this could just be a tropical depression at most. But who knows? This could be developing really fast once again into the Gulf. So we're really gonna have to see where this goes, but we also have potential subtropical storm Bertha. We're still looking out for. It's getting most. I think this is gonna be a tropical depression at most. It doesn't really look like it's gonna be really anything at this point. But I'm really watching out for that tropical wave and that potential major hurricane that could be hitting anywhere in the Gulf, forming right here and moving into the Gulf of Mexico. But it's pretty crazy because it's June, right? Not even June. It's like May. I think it's like May 20 or something, or May 21. I don't keep up the dates. Let me check. It's May 23. Hurricane season hasn't even started, and we've seen one development, right? We've already seen Arthur. And what could we be seeing? Not one, not two, not three, four. Okay, guys, we could be seeing four. We may also have a system of data that could be five. Only in like June and May? This is crazy, but I do think this tropical wave could do something. Definitely gonna bring some super heavy rain to Florida. Some models are showing like extreme extreme rain throughout, kind of like Laos. Yeah, like this part of Florida. But it's really gonna be moving. Like it's gonna be. I think potentially this could become a tropical depression around here and kind of like move through Florida, or even just be an invest and then only become like a tropical depression once it gets over Florida. But then again, there's some pretty warm waters in the Gulf for it to form. But the wind shear is going to be a big issue as always. When it was over here, it got completely wind sheared. But now, if we actually look at the satellite images, it's looking 100% better. Let me find it. If we go to the Atlantic, if we go like now, look at this. Like even Arthur didn't look as good as this at some point. This looks good. Like this looks absolutely great for a tropical system to form. Like right here and then move this way. I really think it's possible. I'm not sure why none of the models have picked up on this, but I honestly think it's going to be moving into the Gulf and Florida. So if we make a cone, I think here it is, and then I think like something like that could be the cone. Bloop. But I really think this could be developing, but we're gonna have to see. Let me see if I can get some like closer view of this. But it's really interesting that the National Hurricane Center, it has picked up on it, but I'm kind of surprised it hasn't really put it as anything. Oh, here we go. Alright, so there it is. We go to now. See, it's looking rather good in my opinion. It's really starting to kind of get its act together. Weather Hub TV would say, but see, it's a rather large system. Well, not really, but it's getting itself together. And I really think this could be developing and really moving. Like, look at this thing. It's honestly, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but Arthur looked horrible like for a couple of days over here. And it was still classified, and it never looked that good when it wasn't even a area of disturbance. So I really think this could be developing, and I think National Hurricane Center is going to put out something in the next update or tomorrow. Like at least in the next 30 hours, they're going to put something for this system. But yeah, here's like the cone. I really want to put like a cone here. I think something like that could be the cone. I think this could kind of be the cone. Even like bring it kind of here. We're still not sure where in Florida, so I'm gonna make this the cone. Or I'm sorry, this might be boring, but I just want to show where the system kind of could be heading and who could be impacted by it. But in my opinion, this is kind of the cone. Like this is like next 5 days. Like I don't know. I really feel like it could be going anywhere from here to here to Florida. But that's kind of it. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, we do have this potential hurricane, which could be developing as well. But right now, we're really focusing on the tropical wave. But, we're really going to have to see how this goes. So it's really getting interesting how things are turning up with the season. It's going to be a super active season. But I'm really concerned about look how big the system is. Boom. I'm really concerned about this. I really think like Florida could get impacted by this big time, all the way up to here. The models are shifting more and more to the left, so maybe you could be seeing like a Texas storm, like Harvey or something. Like Harvey went through Mexico right here, I believe, and it did hit Texas. But who knows? It might get pulled by a low pressure system over there. That's why we're getting this entire thing pulled eastward. So I do still think it's gonna make landfall somewhere between this area, but I still think we're gonna be seeing landfall in the like north part, like this part of Florida right here. I think it's gonna be forming here and then moving into Florida. But that's pretty much it. This is your tropical weather update for today. We'll see how all the system develop, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.